Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if this isn't your first time here. If it is your first time here, hi, my name is Tina and I do content mostly regarding makeup, but I also like to talk about creativity and finding ourselves and that sort of stuff after 50. If you hear water running, it is because my daughter's in the shower and the shower is right on the other side of this wall right here. So that should be finished shortly, but in the meantime you will hear some water running. Tonight we have another performance of Mamma Mia. I'm wearing my shirt here. And so I thought it would be fun, since it's Saturday, sorry I jiggled the camera, to show you how I do my makeup for Tanya, which is my role, and we'll just film it as I go. Okay, I am sitting in a south-facing window, and it's about 89 degrees here today, which is just not right for this time of year, but I've just turned my ceiling fan on, and so hopefully you won't hear that and it won't be distracting, but if I'm going to have my makeup stay on my face, I need the fan. So I'm going to put my bangs up and go ahead and get started. I know that there are probably some of you watching who got in on the free Joah foundation where you just had to pay shipping, and I did too. However, I have not used this foundation yet, so I am not going to try it out when I have to be on stage. I will, however, use the Pore Deactivator primer that I got from Joah. I ordered it at the same time, and I used it last night, and I really liked it. It is very blurring. So to prep my skin, just got out of the shower and sprayed with some Thayer's Witch Hazel, and then put on the e.l.f. Hydrogel Moisturizer, and I really like it. It's lightweight, but it gives enough moisture, works great under makeup, so I love it. But I'm going to do a little pump of this and spread that all over. And I don't know if you can tell from here how that just blurred. It is a silicone primer. It does have dimethicone in it, so it has that silicone kind of velvet slip to it, but it really does let your makeup go on super smooth. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to let it sit for a second to soak in, and while it does, I think I'll put on a little of this e.l.f. So Juicy Almost Gone Watermelon lip gloss, just to give the lips a little moisture while we're doing this. Got my homemade iced coffee here in my old Quick Trip cup. I tried new pods from my Keurig that do, it's meant to be done over ice, and it actually is really good. It's a vanilla caramel, I think. And then I put in a little splash of the Torani sugar-free vanilla syrup and some almond milk and Starbucks. Who needs ya? So for my foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 120. This is a darker shade than I normally use. My shade is really 115 Ivory, but I had 112, which was too light, and I got 120 so that I could mix these two and get the right shade. And as you can see, I did buy pumps off of Amazon. A two set of pumps was something like $5 or $6, and it is totally worth it. When I use up one of these, then I'll put it on the other one. But anyway, so this is going to be a foundation that is slightly too dark for me because I am doing stage makeup, and the lights wash you out terribly. So you need to put more makeup and a little bit darker shade. Plus, I'm vacationing on a Greek island. I should probably look like I have a little bit of a tan. So I'm just going to take a damp sponge. Nothing special, it's just from a set I got at TJ Maxx. I think there were 4 sponges for $4.99 or something like that, and I like it. So just gonna dab that around and blend, blend, blend. Take it a little down my neck. So as I said, this is another performance of Mamma Mia. This will be our 6th performance, and it has just gone so incredibly well. It's so good to have audiences back at the theater. Everyone is having so much fun, and this is literally the most fun I have ever had on stage performing. Super high energy, just incredible. We're exhausted when we're done, but boy, do we have a good time, and the audience has a good time too. I am going to use my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer to prime my eyes. This is one that is a very dry, putty consistency, and if you just stick your finger in there, you're probably not going to like it. But if you take a little out with your fingernail, put it on your index fingers and warm it up, and then dab it on, it is really creamy. Helps to set your eye makeup in place, and it does not move. I get it in this corner. It also has color to it, so it will help cancel redness, veining, discoloration, that sort of thing. I use Rose. It is closest to my skin tone. I tried the beigeish one, and it's just too yellow for me, so Rose is my color, and this is my second one, and you can see I've used a significant amount of that. I use it every day. So, editing Tina here. Apparently my camera cut out while I was doing that, and then my daughter came in, and I didn't realize that it had cut out. But during that time, I had put on the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Peach Color Corrector. So when I talk about patting that out under my eyes, I was talking about that corrector, not a concealer. And then I realized that my camera hadn't been recording at some point and picked up from there. So anyway, that's it. Okay, while my daughter was in here, I finished patting out that under eye concealer. I'm going to use the Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer in 20 Light Ivory. I want a very brightening concealer for being on stage. And this one fits the bill pretty good. So I'm going to just kind of spread it out with my finger first. I have a lot on there. And then I'll take my sponge to help blend it into the foundation and in the inner corner. It's going to be really sad tomorrow when we have our last performance, because this has been just such an amazing experience. The cast is fabulous. The professionalism, the audiences have been wonderful. So it is going to be sad, but it's not like I'm going to be sitting around doing nothing, because Nutcracker rehearsals start this week, and I actually, in addition to helping with choreography for the Nutcracker, I am going to be a soldier and a party mom. Oh, and I'm going to do one of the dances in the Land of the Sweets. We're going to do the coffee dance, but we're using Isis wings, and oh, it's going to be so cool. So anyway, where am I? Okay, I'm going to let that set just a little bit more. Oh, it feels really set already. So I'm going to go ahead and powder. Sometimes I'll let it set if it still feels tacky, because you don't want to put powder on a wet base. It's just going to grab it, and then it's going to look cakey. So let me find my, there it is. I'm going to use this brush that I got in an Ipsy. So for under my eyes, I'm going to use the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Finishing Powder. I love this under my eyes, and I always use my 10x magnifying mirror to make sure that I press out under. Wow, that set down really well. And then I'm just going to press that in under there. And I always kind of make sure that I get in this corner. This side, for some reason, creases more right in here than this side. And so I make sure that I kind of pull that skin taut just a little bit so that I can pat that out, because I do not want to set any creases into my makeup. And now for my whole face, I'm going to use the Canmake powder. I can't read the back because it's in Japanese, I think. But I'm going to use that to set my whole face. So it's a really nice finely milled powder. Heard about it from Laura Ray. If you haven't watched her, you should. She's amazing. And she puts up a video every Saturday, affordable beauty for those of us who are more mature. So I am looking really pale, even though I use that darker shade. So I'm going to go into, I think we'll use the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I have the color 03 Chocolate Sundae, and normally I get the lightest bronzing colors, but they were more orange, and this had a little bit better undertone for my skin. I'm going to use a super fluffy brush because I want this to be really diffused and kind of tan looking. Has a good smell. I like it. It's kind of tropical smelling. We're going to bronze Tanya. We're going to get some cheekbones going here. Jawline. Not cheekbones. Jawline. Create a shadow under here so that Tanya doesn't have saggy jowls too bad. And up here in the hairline, even though I wear bangs, I still like to do my hairline so that when my bangs separate, it's not quite as stark there. And I'm going to use a denser brush now, and I'm just going to take a little down the side of my nose and kind of really get in under those cheekbones with just a little bit more product. I'm going to create some cheekbones for Tanya. Okay, so that's a little bit better bronzed up. And let's get some blush on. So I'm doing, since my eye look is kind of a warm, coppery, bronzy look, I'm going to use this Believe Beauty Born to Blush in High Tea. And if I can get it open, find my brush that I use for more warm blushes. I have a kind of a peachy one, and then I have one that's more pink mauve, so that I don't muddy them up too bad before I wash brushes. And I'm going to put on a lot of blush. Again, Stage Lights wash you out. Okay, I just changed my storage to my SD card. I think it probably was hitting up against storage limits. So we'll see if that stays on better, and I hope I didn't lose anything. Now I'm going to put on a little bit of Milani's Luminoso. This gives such a pretty sheen to the cheeks, and it looks gorgeous on stage. So I don't know if you can see that sheen. And I will take this with me because I almost always need to add more blush. Yes, more blush when I get there. So I'm not going to do highlighter yet. I'm going to wait and do that after I have my makeup done and I see if I need more blush or not. Let's do eyebrows. All right, I will brush them up with a spoolie. And I'm going to use this that I got from Sheglam. It's a double-ended. It has a felt tip on one side, and it has the micro brow pencil on the other side. So I'm going to use that first, the micro brow side, to draw some fine little hair-like strokes. Now, this is set in the late 90s, early 2000s. So I'm going to do a little bit thinner brow, a little bit darker. And I try to get a little more arch in it, but I'm just not very good at it. So I just try to go a little thinner, a little darker for that time period. And I'm not going to talk too much while I'm doing them because then I can speed up. I'm going to brush that through. And I don't know why, but I have this one spot on my eyebrow over here that just doesn't like to hold on to product. But I'll fix that in just a second. So now I'm going to go in with the felt tip end. I'm going to draw just a couple of hairs just to fill in where I don't have any. And that's there, and then that's out here where I said that spot doesn't like to take product. And on the tail. It just kind of helps it stay a little bit better. This is a waterproof formula. I'm not exactly sure what color I have, but I will put it in the description box before I publish the video. So it'll be there for you. And again, just to soften any hard edges, I will go through with the spoolie and blend. Before I finish, I will go in with a brow gel to set that, but for now, we're going to leave that there. All right, now the look that I create, I've used several different palettes for my eyes. Depends on if I need to get ready at the theater and I need to take something with me. I might take like this little Wet n Wild and the Melted Chrome, or I've used the Juvia's Place Nubian. You can see there's lots of bronzy, pretty bronze in there. But today I'm going to use the Stone Cold Box that was gifted to me by a friend, and I'm going to use some of the warmer tones in here to get that bronzy look that I'm going for. I have no room on my table. So the first thing that I do, as always, is I'm going to go into this color right here, Luxe, that one, and I'm going to set my eyes from lid to brow bone. I really like this setting color. It's very brightening. It's not a shimmer, but it does really brighten. So I'm going to take that all the way up to the brow bone and also inside this inner corner. I wouldn't normally maybe take it quite so much in the inner corner as I do for the stage look. Then we're going to go into, let's do Enigma over here. And I'm just gonna start deepening that crease. This is just a transition shade. I'm not being real specific with it, kind of patting it, swirling, just getting it on there. And I want to take it up higher than the crease because I do have hooded eyes, and if I don't, when I open my eyes, you can't see it. So I'm going to be quiet and I'm just going to put it on. Okay, and I was using the Morphe M433 brush. This was gifted to me by Sylvia. Thank you, Sylvia. And that's a great brush for just an all-over transition color. Now I'm going to use the Morphe M456. It's slightly smaller. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper. And let's use over here for Granite. It has a little bit of that micro glitter in it, which honestly when you blend kind of just blends away. But for this one we're going to go right in that crease and then start shaping out that outer V area with this little bit deeper color. And I really do want to have gradients of color and to get kind of deep and smoky, so we'll get there. I want to make sure that I'm not bringing the shadow down this way, but that everything is going up. We want that eye to look lifted and younger. Do not want to drag down Tanya's eyes, or Tina's for that matter. Okay, so now I'm starting to get a little bit of depth, you can see. And now I'm going to take, let me find my switch here, and this one looks like it had some color on it. I am going to go into this deep brown, kind of a burgundy brown in the corner called Obsidian, this one over here, with the tip of this, and kind of swirl it in, tap it off on my hand. And I am going to just really bring this along the lash line. And then I'm going to get some on that flat side, and we're going to get some depth right to this outer V. All these colors are kind of warm because I'm going to go in with a bronzy shimmer here in just a little bit. This one's almost a little burgundy. I might go over this because I want to bring in a little bit more warmth. So hang on a second. I'm going to grab this e.l.f. Bite Size in Pumpkin Pie, and I'm going to grab this orange right here on the end because I want a little more warmth than that's giving me. I don't want to muddy this up, but I needed a little more warmth. Not quite so much of that burgundy color. There we go. I find I have to be a little careful with browns. Somebody accurately pointed out that brown is the color of dirt, and that it can end up looking a little muddy if you're not careful. So I think adding a little warmth to that, or if you're wanting the cool tone to bring in some silvery kind of shimmers, I think can be very helpful. So what I'm going to do next is take this bronzy coppery gold up there on my finger, and I am just going to put that over the entire eyelid. Oh, that's so pretty. So lay that down on the whole thing. And again, like I said, I have used many different options for this bronzy color. I've used this one here in the ColourPop that's called Hard Place. It's a little bit cooler. Sometimes I'll pop that in the center just to give a different look to it. You can use any of these, this one here or this one in the Juvia's Place. So there are lots of options for that coppery, bronzy glow. But then I want to use, let me find a brush. I'm going to use I Dig It up here to brighten up the inner corner. And I just have a flat shader brush. It's kind of a gold-ish color. And I'm going to bring that up a little to brighten up that area. I'm bringing it just a little bit, maybe a third, not even a third, a fourth of the way in, just to brighten up the inner corner. Okay. So now I'm going to take this is an Eco Tools, and it's a liner brush, and I'm going to go into the deepest brown in the ColourPop palette down here called Drama Mama, and I'm going to line out the lower lash line a little bit, only to the center, right against the lashes. I'm going to take it just a little bit beyond, almost for a wing effect, a shadowish wing. And angle that up slightly. Okay. Then I'm going to use black liner because it will show up better. And this is just one of those Mambo Honkin' Wet n Wild pencils you can get for 99 cents, the Kohl crayon in Baby's Got Black. I'm going to tight line with that one. And I don't want to see the lash line when I get my liner, mascara, and lashes on, because it's just odd to see that bit of light skin poking through all of that. Just so you can see it, I'm going to go ahead and put a little of this melted chrome on. I mean, it is just next level shiny. Wouldn't need to, but I'm filming, so why not, right? Okay, so before I do liner, I'm going to highlight a little bit more underneath this brow bone. Now that I've got the eyeshadow done, I'm just going to bring a little bit more emphasis here and a little bit more brightness in the inner corner. Okay, so now I'm going to set my face before I do my liner, mascara, and eyelashes. I got in on an Urban Decay deal on Amazon where it was buy two for the price of one or something like that. So I got two of these for like $29. I had a code. And I've always wanted to try this. So, you know, why not try two? So I'm going to spray. It's good. Okay. Ah, yeah, nice mister. Okay. Oh, that feels nice. Interesting, the double capping. I'm not sure the point of that. It seems like a lot of plastic, but it's not the first thing that I've had that with. So anyway, now we're going to do liner with the Kat Von D tattoo liner in black that I got in an Ipsy. And I'm just going to draw that. I'm looking over here. I'm looking down over here because I have a magnifying mirror section on my vanity mirror. So I'm mostly blind, even with contacts, when it comes to close work like this. And I don't normally line all the way into the inner corner, but for stage I do. Okay, so that's that. I will curl my lashes, but I'm not going to put mascara on just yet because I'm going to put on false lashes. All right, I have these Kiss lashes in Shy that I got from Dollar General on sale for like $2.50. We're going to try these. I'm not sure how I will like them, but we'll see. And I have the Kiss Strip Lash Glue. Okay, so I bought a set of plastic tweezers because I also have magnetic lashes, and you cannot use metal tweezers with magnetic lashes. Just saying, it doesn't work very good. So I got a set of plastic tweezers, but I actually like them for applying regular lashes too. Okay, so I did this completely backwards. I tried to put them on, but I hadn't trimmed them, so I went and got my scissors. I'm going to trim off a little bit. Make sure you trim off the long end. You know, when you look at a lash, it's got shorter lashes and then longer on the other side. The short ones are the ones that go on the inside. You don't want to trim that side. You want to trim the long end because you want to keep those shorter lashes. So now I'm going to have to put more glue on because I waited too long. So pretend that none of that other happened. I may even delete some of it, but just know that I had a lash fail, and it happens. And you just try again. So glue. I really like the paint on glue, and I'm so sad because I ordered some of the liner glue, and it was supposed to be here today, and it's not, which means it won't be here now till Monday because tomorrow's Sunday. So I won't be able to use it for this production, but I will try it another time and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so once again, glue on. And what I'm going to cut out from before is you need to wait about 30 seconds for that glue to get tacky before you put it on, before you set it on your eye. Otherwise it will just slip and slide around and it will be so darn frustrating. So let the glue get tacky. And then kind of line it up in the middle. Set down the inner corner, and then come and place the outer corner. And then I just kind of go along the lash band and tap it into place. If you get glue on your tweezers, make sure you wipe it off because otherwise the lash will stick to your tweezers instead of your eye. And yes, I picked up a very pointy pair of tweezers if that bothers anyone, but it doesn't bother me. And there we have one lash. So now I'm going to take off the other one, trim the outside. There we go. Paint on the glue. There's a wasp on my window. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to paint it along the band. And you don't want to get a big old gloppy mess. You just want to make sure that you have the band covered. And I do a little bitty extra dab on both ends so that I don't have the ends lifting up. Okay? We are almost done. So fast forward while I count for 30 seconds. Okay, here we go. So, kind of line it up in the middle, set that edge, come in and grab it, set the outside, grab the lashes, and set the inside. And if you let your glue dry and get tacky, it really can be that easy to put on lashes, okay? I can't do it with my fingers because then I can't see because my hands are in front of my face, but with a tweezer and just setting it down and then working the ends, you can make it work. Might take some practice, but you can do it. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on a little glitter. I've got the e.l.f. liquid glitter, and I'm sorry I can't read the color because I don't have my magnifying glass and it's way too small. But I'm just going to get a little out and I just dab it on. It's so pretty. And then I do not open my eyes between, because if I do, it will crease and look horrible. So I just dab it around. And then I'm going to sit here while my glitter dries. So we'll fast forward. We are almost done. I need to put on a little bit of mascara because my eyelashes are blonde, if you can see, and they stand out against the black false lashes. So we're just going to put a little bit of mascara on my natural lashes to help blend them into the false lashes and get these little ones in the corner. Some people don't like putting mascara on their false eyelashes because then you have to clean them, but I don't mind. And I actually really like micellar water for cleaning false eyelashes. It doesn't leave them greasy and it does a good job getting off the glue. I just put a little bit in the palm of my hand, put the lash in there and kind of, you know, mush it around a little bit, and then it makes it really easy to peel the glue off. You can use false eyelashes several times if you clean them after using them. You'll know it's time to get rid of them when they start kind of not laying nicely. Oh, I didn't tell you, I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara that I got in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus in August. One more liner. I am going to use this Maybelline Lasting Drama Light Liner in the color Starlight Gold on my waterline. And I like to do this last because otherwise I invariably end up dotting it with mascara when I'm putting on the bottom mascara. And the reason I'm talking a little bit is to let my bottom mascara dry so that it doesn't get all intermingled with this. So I just really like to have a little bit lighter waterline. And I think this gold is super pretty. There we go. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to take down the bangs a little bit. The last thing Tanya needs is a red lip. And I am going to use the Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner in Red Diva to line those lips, because with red you need a liner. And then I have a Wet n Wild Mega Lasting Lipstick in Hazardous Red, and this lipstick is no joke. It will stay on through an entire show. I never have to reapply it. I let it set and then I put a little bit, and then I'll show you. I put this hard candy gloss on it and it's gorgeous the whole show. I don't have to worry about it at all. So I put it on and then blot in a tissue like that. And then I'll just leave it be while I'm finishing getting my microphone checked, all that kind of stuff. And then I'll come back with this Hard Candy Lip Plumping Serum in Crush on You, and just put a little on the lower and then blot it. And it keeps my lips from looking desert dry. They'll tend to look a little shriveled if I don't put a gloss on. So anyway, that is, oh, I said I was going to put a highlighter on, and I'm going to use this Revolution Skin Kiss highlighter in Golden Kiss. And let me find it. Just take a little of that and dust that right on the tops of the cheeks, the ends of the nose, a little bit between there, and then I just use my fingers to kind of blend it in. And there you have it. Like I said, I will probably need to put a little more blush on when I get to the theater, because once I get in the makeup lights, the vanity lights there, I can kind of get a better idea of what I need. But that's pretty much Tanya. She has a peachy glow, red lip, and a bronzy glittery eye. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, give it a like, and make sure to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload new content. Now that I'm through with this production run of Mamma Mia, hopefully I'll have more time for videos. Thank you all. I appreciate you being here. Bye-bye.